In political studies, surveys have been conducted in order to construct historical rankings of the success of the presidents of the United States. Ranking systems are usually based on surveys of academic historians and political scientists, or popular opinion. Abraham Lincoln is often regarded as the greatest president in U.S. history for his leadership during the Civil War and the abolition of slavery. The ensuing American Civil War completely consumed Lincoln's administration. He excelled as a wartime leader, creating a high command for directing all the country's energies and resources toward the war effort and combining statecraft and overall command of the armies with what some have called military genius. Abraham Lincoln has consistently ranked highest in surveys and is widely considered the best U.S. president ever. George Washington and Franklin D. Roosevelt were always in the top 3 rankings as the best presidents in the USA. George Washington is often called the father of his country. He not only served as the first president of the United States, but he also commanded the Continental Army during the American Revolution and presided over the convention that drafted the U.S. Constitution. His most famous quote is, "To be prepared for war is one of the most effectual means of preserving peace." While Franklin Delano Roosevelt was an American politician who served as the 32nd President of the United States from 1933 until his death in 1945. The longest-serving U.S. president, he is the only president to have served more than 2 terms. His initial 2 terms were centered on combating the Great Depression, while his 3rd and 4th terms saw him shift his focus to America's involvement in World War II. From the greatest to the worst ever ranked president in the USA, James Buchanan is often considered the worst president in American history. The presidency of James Buchanan began on March 4, 1857, when he was inaugurated as 15th President of the United States, and ended on March 4, 1861. During his administration, the Union came apart, and when he left office, the Civil War was imminent. A 2017 C-SPAN survey ranked him as the least effective U.S. president of all time. His presidency was marked with conflict, a conflict that had been brewing for over 30 years. Today, most people know Buchanan for 3 things. He was single for his entire presidency, he's the only president from Pennsylvania, and he was the president before Abraham Lincoln. It's that final point that has been the lasting part of the Buchanan presidency, with his apparent indifference to the onset of the Civil War. What do you think? Is there really anything he could have done to stop the oncoming war other than start it sooner?